Shetland Arts, in collaboration with Shetland Womens Aid, Islesburgh Drama Group and the Shetland Compass Centre present Pollyanna Paradox, a play written for radio by Stephenie Georgia with support from survivors of domestic abuse in Shetland. Please note, Pollyanna Paradox includes potentially upsetting themes with references to domestic abuse, including coercive control, physical and sexual violence.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening and there was morning, the first day.
Holy, the villa hasn't changed much.
No.
Can you smell that weird smell? It's sort of musty. Ugh.
I'd love to know how the pregnant lady ends up with all the bags to carry.
Sorry. You shouldn't have tried to carry them, you daft mare. It's one of the perks of marriage. Somebody is always there to carry the bags.
Oh, is it indeed? I should have included that in my vows. Silt dil, vern vein.
Are the lights not working, Mum?
Nope, doesn't look like it, Charlie. This one's gone too.
That'll be the first thing to sort then. Can't tidy the mess if we can't see the mess.
Hello? Yes, speaking. Yes, hello. We've just arrived. I haven't had time to think about it yet. I'll just take this in the other room.
She's still not dealing with it.
No, she'll have to sooner or later, though. Look at this place, Sophie. What's the point in keeping it now that he's gone?
He's not gone though, is he? He's over there.
Oh, don't. What did she have to go and bring the urn for? It gives me the creeps.
Ow, ow.
Are you okay? Is it the baby?
I'm fine. Just a bit uncomfortable. Baby's in a weird position today. God, whoever said pregnancy was a miracle was lying. Don't know if I can hack another month of this.
It'll all be worth it, Soph.
I know.
Let's get organised. This place could do with a good spruce up.
Are you kidding, Mum? The place is wrecked. 1990 called and asked for its furniture back. Lawrence Well and Bowen, eat your heart out.
Oh, Charlie, just help me, will you? Gran and Pops will be here soon. You know what she's like. This is already difficult as it is.
Sophie, why don't you go for a lie down? See if it helps you feel any better. I'll give Mum a hand here.
Bobby? Bobby, come here and help me, will you? It's not opening. Bobby, listen to me, will you?
Mum, it's the wrong door. That one's broken. Come to the back.
I can hear her in there. Polly, for goodness sake, we fly all the way to Spain and we can't get in the door. Bobby, do you have your tools?
I think I have them somewhere.
It's the wrong door.
You'll just have to try and break it down.
Dad, stop! Charlie's coming round to help you.
There you are. I don't want to alarm you, but your front door appears to be broken.
Hi, Mum, Dad.
Hello, sweetheart.
How wonderful. Just look at the old place. It's been such a long time since we were here. When was it? Bobby, when were we here last? I said, Bobby, how long was it since we were last here? Oh, turn your hearing on.
Sorry, Aggie. What were you saying?
How long was it since we were last here?
Oh, it's been a long time.
It's his hearing aid. Never seems to work sense. see you brought Charles's ashes. Nice for him to come one last time.
Mum.
Well, I don't see why you want to sell it. Look how lovely it is.
What? Gran, it's a wreck. Those cupboards you're hanging off for a start?
Yes, Mum, it's lovely.
Sure, Gran, it's lovely. Do you want me to put your bags in a room upstairs? Sophie and I have taken the ground floor one. She's needing the level access. Her hips have been sore.
Sophie's come with you. Oh, how nice of her.
Well, she is my wife.
Polly, we won't be staying here for the trip. We've booked a room at the Santa Lucia Hotel down the road. Don't worry, we'll be here for you, just not here. You understand. We just needed somewhere a little more comfortable for your father at his age.
Mum, he's only 3 years older than you.
And we might want to take in the sights of Andalusia while we're here. Take a leisurely stroll down the Plaza de España. Did I tell you the hotel even has a golf course for your father? He's delighted, as you can imagine, aren't you, Bobby? Oh, I do hope I packed my wide-brimmed hat.
These lights have gone. What's your fuse box?
I think it's over there, cupboard under the stairs.
I'll get it sorted for you.
Thanks, Dad.
What's in these cupboards? Let's see what we have here.
Gran, maybe leave the cupboards alone. They don't look too sturdy.
Oh, nonsense, Charlotte. Finest quality these are. Antique pine. Your father put them in himself, with his own 2 hands. God rest his soul.
What are you doing, Charles? You know you can't do DIY.
Oh, can't I? Let's see you do any better.
I could. I'm a strong, independent woman.
Come on then. If you're so superior, let's see you try. Here.
Oh, I'm just kidding about Charlie.
Don't call me that.
I'm sorry.
Charlie, come and give me a hand with these lights, will you? Grab me toolbox.
Sure, Pops.
Mum, Charlie's right. Those cupboards have been in for 20 years. They're falling apart.
Don't be silly, Polly. Don't you think I'd recognise quality when I see it? Bobby, I think these cupboards are going to need a bit of work. Add it to the list.
What list?
Now, don't worry, Polly. You know what I always say?
There's always something about everything you can be glad about.
If you keep hunting long enough to find it, with a positive attitude, we can deal with anything. We'll have this villa spick and span before you know it. Bobby, let's go and get settled into the hotel.
This is going to take a bit of working out.
Bobby, I said, let's go and get settled into the hotel. I'll wait in the car. Send him out when he's finished, won't you?
Mum, are you all right?
I'm fine, darling. It's just a lot to take in, that's all. There's so much to do.
We'll help you. You're not on your own.
You're a good girl. Go check on Sophie. She wasn't looking too well earlier. She needs you. I'm fine, honestly.
Not this fuse. Maybe if I try...
It's all about you, isn't it, Polly? Their precious little Pollyanna, centre of the universe. What is there to be glad about you? Nobody knows what you're really like. Only me.
Let there be light.
And God said, "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water." So God made the vault and separated the water under the vault from the water above it. And it was so. God called the vault Sky, and there was evening and there was morning, the second day.
You shouldn't be up that stepladder, Sophie. Let me clean the light fittings.
I'm fine.
But the baby, what if you fall or...
I said I'm fine.
Fine. If you've got something to say to me, you should just...
Break time. I've got you a lemon and ginger, Sophie, for the heartburn. Come down for that stepladder. You shouldn't be up there in your condition.
I've tried telling her.
Ow!
Sophie, your stomach.
Don't fuss, Charlie.
The door is locked again. Can you let me in?
The door's broken, Mum. Come in the back way.
Polly, are you there? I can't get in.
Gran, come in the back door. Soph, maybe you need to get checked out.
I said I'm fine. What do you care anyway?
What a day. It's like Noah in the Ark out there. I do hope we get some better weather for our Fiesta Espanola. Get a nice walk outside. Won't that be lovely? Polly, be a pet and get your mum a cuppa, will you? I'm exhausted after all that shopping. Your phone's ringing, Polly. Aren't you going to get that?
It's not important. They'll call back later.
I just don't understand this world sometimes. Honestly, what's the point in being mobile if you never answer the phone call? Have a look at what I've bought. There's some paint and new throws for the sofa with matching cushions. The Spanish bluebell pattern is just the very thing to match with the antique pine. And look at these peony tiebacks.
Gran, how long did you spend at the mall? There's loads here.
I'm efficient, Charlotte. And it's about time. I don't know why Charles never let us help you before.
You want to what?
Ask my parents. They want to, Charles. They're offering to help. They could give us a loan.
What have you told them?
What? Nothing.
Are you sure about that? You're always gossiping to that mother of yours. Do they know about my job?
No, I swear I'd never. I know how you value your privacy.
Our privacy. If people knew your parents bailed us out, they would talk about us. It's nobody's business, especially not theirs.
I know. I just thought, since your dad wouldn't help you.
I'm protecting you, Paul. Imagine how ashamed they would be of you if they knew I had to give up my job to look after you when you couldn't cope with the baby.
I know. I'm sorry. Thank you.
It's really bucketing down out there. We better get on with it.
Come and give me a hand in the kitchen, Mum. Dad's fixing the cupboards.
Please don't be so stubborn. Let me go up the ladder.
Stubborn? Me? Stubborn? Ha! That's a chick. Try looking in the mirror sometime, won't you?
Just stop it, will you? Get down.
Easy as that. Charlie? Just stop. Just stop it all now. Where we are, right? Only we can't, can we? Because of this bump coming between us. Right?
I only said...
What? What did you only say, Charlie? Tell me.
This is stupid.
Shall I do it for you? I'm not sure I want a baby, Sophie.
Of course I want a baby.
Sure about that, are you? Because it's a bit bloody late now, isn't it? I mean, what exactly do you expect me to do? Return it to the shop?
Sophie, calm down, the baby.
Oh, now you care about the baby. When were you going to tell me? In the labour room, nursery, primary school? Or were you just going to take off and leave us?
Please stop this.
Ah!
Sophie? Mum, help me. Sophie's fallen.
I can't get up. Charlie, the baby, my stomach, it's cramping. Oh, God.
It's okay. I've got you. Pops, do you have your car?
Of course. I'll bring it round the back.
I'm so sorry, Charlie. What if...
It's going to be okay. I promise. I've got you.
Mum.
It's all right, Polly. Everything will be fine. Now, we can't sit here feeling sorry for ourselves. We just need to keep busy until we hear from them. Why don't you carry on where Sophie left off?
You're right. Keep busy. I'll carry on from where Sophie left off. Mum, take a look at this. Here on the ladder.
It's wet.
She must have slipped. Look, Mum, it's dripping down the walls.
Oh, goodness.
It goes all the way around. There's water leaking in everywhere. Oh, we need buckets. Find some pots. Oh, this damned place.
Come on now. There's always something you can be glad about.
Like what, Mum? Charlie's off in the hospital. God knows if Sophie and the baby are okay. This house is falling apart. And now water is leaking in everywhere. What can we possibly find to be glad about?
You just have to look harder, Polly. If it hadn't rained so heavily, you'd never have known there was a problem with the roof. Aren't you glad we were here to find that out?
And God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear." And it was so. God called the dry ground land, and the gathered waters he called seas. Then God said, "Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it, according to their various kinds." And it was so. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the third day.
Not now. The door's broken, Mum.
I think the door's broken, Bobby. Let's try the back way. Maybe we won't have woken Polly.
Any news?
Not yet. They said the baby doesn't seem to be moving as much as they would expect, and the heartbeat slowed, but it's still there. She's hanging in there.
She?
Yeah, it's a little girl, Dad. They were able to tell them last night.
Well, it sounds like it's all going to be okay. Didn't I tell you, Polly? Charlie must be so happy for her friend. They're so very close.
Mum, they're not just friends, they're married. It's Charlie's baby.
I've got just the thing to cheer you up. Bobby, come and help me at the car, will you?
A little girl, eh? A little girl. Another disappointment. Let's hope this isn't another faulty one like ours. Maybe they'll get a normal one. Break the chain.
Charlie, you're back.
Hi, Mum.
Oh, darling, you look so tired. How's Sophie?
She's doing okay. She's blaming herself. I keep telling her it wasn't her fault, but she won't listen.
And the baby?
She's gonna be fine. Her heartbeat is getting a bit stronger. I wanted to stay, but they made me leave and told me to come back in visiting hours.
You must be exhausted.
I'm okay. I just feel so bad. It's all my fault. If I hadn't argued with her...
Charlie, you're back. How's your friend doing?
She's not my friend, Gran. She's okay.
And her baby?
Her baby is fine. For the moment, anyway.
Thank heaven for that. I told you, didn't I, Bobby? Bobby, are you listening to me? That damned hearing aid. Well, I said it. If we just think positive thoughts, find something to be glad about, then everything would be okay. And look what I've brought with us. Bobby? Bobby, help me, will you?
Yes, Aggie?
I'm saying help me with all these flowers, Bobby.
No need to shout.
Oh, heaven help me.
Flowers? What the hell? Did you rob a garden centre, Gran?
Charlotte, turn that frown upside down. Let's cheer the place up, shall we? Now, if I was a vase, where would I be? I think I saw some in the kitchen cupboards. Bobby?
They are beautiful, just like you are, my darling.
Thank you, Charles.
Everyone at your work must have been so jealous when you got them. What did they say?
That I'm very lucky to have a husband like you.
There now, isn't that nice? And now you don't have to go there anymore. This is our new start, Polly. Me at work and you at home, just the way it should be. A fresh start.
Yes.
Now, I hope you're not having any regrets now.
It's just... I loved my job.
More than your daughter? You can always go back, Paul. Tell them you want your job back. But we both know you can't cope with being a mum and having a job. You're not mentally resilient enough. Has to be one or the other. But it's your choice. Charlie and I won't stand in your way.
No, I know. You are right.
Get them in some water now, won't you? Keep them fresh so your mum can see them when she comes round. I'll get you a vase.
Mummy,
Yes, my darling.
did Daddy get you flowers because he shouted?
Yes, but it's okay. Daddy isn't going to shout anymore.
Because you're going to be at home with me.
That's right.
Beautiful. Put some over there, Bobby. And these 2 vases here. There, you see? Nobody would know there are any problems with the house at all. There's always something to be glad about if you look hard enough.
I hate flowers.
Nobody hates flowers.
Well, I do. And it doesn't feel right, Gran. All this, with Sophie in the hospital.
Now, Charlotte, I know you're worried about your friend,
Not my friend, my wife.
but there's no need to behave like this.
Mum, maybe just leave it. Charlie's had a long day.
No, Polly, it needs to be said. There's always something to be glad to be found. It only takes a change in attitude. Just like yesterday with your leaky roof.
Leaky roof?
Your friend slipped on the wet ladder, and without that, we wouldn't have noticed the leaky roof and known that the roof needed fixed. Without the rain, no leak. You see, there's always
She
something.
slipped on the ladder. She slipped on the bloody ladder.
Charlotte!
And here was me thinking it was my fault or her fault. And all the time it was this stupid place. I told you I didn't want to come.
Charlie, calm down.
Calm down. You're telling me this place falling down is why my wife, yes, Gran, my wife is in the hospital with my baby in danger. Jesus Christ, even in his urn, he's ruining my life. You might be happy with putting your child in danger, but I'm bloody well not.
What do you mean by that?
You're just as bad. It all started with you and your stupid game. Sometimes there isn't anything to be glad about, Gran. Just ask Mum.
Charlie.
I'm sorry. I'm just upset. I didn't mean any of it. I'm just worried about Sophie. It's not your fault. I'm sorry, Mum.
It's okay, Charlie. Go and get some rest.
And God said, "Let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times, and days and years. And let them be lights in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth." And it was so. He also made the stars. God set them in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth, to govern the day and the night, and to separate light from darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the 4th day.
Right, dinner. Just make dinner. It's all going to be fine. Chicken, onions, chorizo. Oh, go away! Oh, damned flowers! Right, dish, pastry. Okay, that's ready now. Okay. Oh, get some vegetables. Carrots.
You're chopping them wrong. I've told you before. Even quartered slices. Can't you learn to do anything right? Even quartered slices, Polly.
Even quartered slices.
I think I got everything you asked for, Mum. Here you go.
Super. Thanks, Charlie. Did you enjoy your walk?
Yeah, nice to get a bit of a breather. How's Pops getting on up on the roof? I can hear him banging away up there.
Well, he's given it a go. Although I'm not sure he should be climbing up there at his age. Is that you off? Tell Sophie we were all asking after her, will you?
Sure. About yesterday, what I said.
It's forgotten. There's nothing to worry about.
It's only... Never mind.
What is it, Charlie?
Well, I didn't think we should tell you, but Sophie insisted.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
We found something in our room. I think you should see it. It's maybe nothing, but... Well, I don't know. It's this old shoebox of stuff.
Oh, Butterfingers! This is mine.
Yours?
Yes, it's mine. So, mystery solved. You can go and see Sophie now.
Okay, if you're sure.
Yes, no problem. I'll just put this somewhere nobody else will find it. Imagine Gran finding it. Oh, that would never do.
Right then. Okay. Gosh, we were thinking all sorts. Those Polaroids are pretty... Well, Sorry, Mum. We didn't really look closely at them.
No harm done. I'll see you later. What are these?
Where did you find that?
Answer me, what the hell are these? Porn photos? Is that you?
Give me that.
What? A video? What's on here, Charles?
Polly, it's not what you think it is.
That picture is in our villa. That's right here, in our
You've
room.
made a mistake. You're just tired. Give them to me.
Who is this woman? How long has this been going on? There's hundreds of them. Is this your business trips? Is this what you've been doing all of this time?
You're getting hysterical. Calm down.
Calm down. Calm down. My husband has been having sex with God knows how many women behind my back, and I need to calm down. This is it, Charles. It's over. You're
Calm
disgusting.
down.
You treat me like I'm nothing, and here, just to really
Polly, you
shove
better
the
think
knife
about what
into me,
you're doing.
you've had these tarts in our holiday
Austin,
home.
now, do I need to call the
I'm
police?
going.
Get you restrained?
I'm leaving, and I am never coming
Listen
back.
to yourself. Just listen
This
to you
is it.
whining and complaining.
It's
Pathetic
over.
little weasel.
Let me go. Let me
You
go.
think this is easy for me? You've made me do this. Here, take a look. Take a proper look. She's more woman than you'll ever be. That's why I did it. You failed as a wife. You couldn't satisfy my needs. I'm stressed. Sometimes I need somewhere to go. She gave me what you couldn't.
Stop it, please.
And it was good. She was good. But you know what? I didn't enjoy it. I felt terrible. How do you think it feels for a husband to need to find someone else because his wife is a failure as a woman?
I'm sorry. Please stop.
Go and clean yourself up. We won't need to speak about this again. You were hysterical. You understand that? If you could have seen yourself out of control, unhinged, you scared me. I did what I had to do to calm you down. Lucky I was here. If anyone else saw you, they would have locked you up. There's no way you'd be allowed to keep Charlie then. I'll think of something we can tell people. You can try harder, can't you? And I won't need to do this again. Any of it. A fresh start.
A fresh start. Oh, the pie. Dinner time already?
Polly, the door still isn't opening, darling. Shall I get Dad to try? Bobby, come down here. The door won't open. I said the door won't open.
Oh, for God's sake. Just come round the back, Mum. You look great, Mum. Very sparkly.
Do you like it? I know it's a little OTT, but life's too short not to celebrate every day. This outfit is what I'm glad about today.
It smells delicious.
Is Charlotte joining us?
She will. She's just up visiting Sophie. She left a couple hours ago.
Right.
Mum.
It's all right. I'm fine. I was upset, but I'm fine now. She just needed to get it out, and if she got it out at me, at least it wasn't someone else. I'm glad about that.
Ah, come in, Charlie. You're just in time for dinner. You must be starving.
Hi, Pops. Gran.
Hello, Charlotte.
About yesterday. I was just upset.
It's okay. Say no more about it. It's forgotten. You are forgiven.
I'm forgiven?
Charlie.
Right. Yes, I'm forgiven. Thank you.
How did it go, Dad? Do you think it's safe? The roof?
Bobby, is it safe? Oh, it's like living with a tree sometimes.
Mum, I thought you might like to come and see Sophie tomorrow. Earth to Mum.
Sorry, darling. What were you saying?
You're losing your grip, Paul. I always said you were crazy.
I'm saying you can come see Sophie. She's bored out of her mind. Maybe bring her some of these flowers.
Flowers to cover up what you did, Paul. How could you? Nearly killed another one. 2, if you count the baby.
Yes, sorry. Yes, that would be lovely.
Are you all right, Mum?
Why don't you tell them, Paul? Confess your sins. Tell them how you left me.
Yes, I'm fine. More wine, anybody?
What do you suppose you'll do with Charles?
Oh, Mum, I'm sorry. I've spilt wine on your dress. Hold on, I think there's some club soda somewhere.
There you are, Charles. You can join us at the dinner table.
Gran, what are you doing?
Aggie, I'm not sure that you should.
What's that doing on the table?
Gran, I don't think Mum wants that
I'm
here.
fine.
You see? She's fine. It's lovely for us to have one last family meal, all together.
Go on, tell them, I dare you. Tell them it was your fault.
More wine?
Tell them how you left me to die alone.
We're okay, Mum. You just asked that. Gran, she's not
You're losing
okay.
it?
Put the urn back. It's
There
creepy.
goes the crazy,
Of
just like
course
I told
she is.
you.
She loves him.
Everyone will know what
What
you
a
are like.
lovely way to say goodbye.
Only
We should
I could
all
put up
give
with
him
you.
a toast.
And now
Mum,
you've
are
got
you
rid of
okay?
me.
You don't look so good.
And
Aggie.
now you've
Oh,
tried to get rid of
Charles,
Sophie too.
You
And
were
that poor
always
little
such
baby.
a good
How could you
son-in-law.
do that
You
to
made
your
us so
own
proud with
daughter?
all your hard work.
Only thinking of
You took
yourself.
care of our
But
Polly
I
so
still
well,
love you.
and we miss you so much.
Thank
Now you,
goodness
Charlie.
I was there to
No,
stop you.
Gran,
Otherwise
no.
she'd have been
You
taken
can't
away
keep
from
doing
you a
this,
long
making us
time
do things that
ago.
we don't want
Now
to.
what do you
Aggie.
do?
I knew this
You
wasn't
don't
over.
have me to
well, come
take
on
care of
then.
you anymore.
What else have you got to say to insult me, to
I
hurt me?
loved you.
Me?
I
Insult
put
you?
up with you.
That's a laugh.
You're on
How
your
about
own.
you? Ignoring
Weak,
my wife?
pathetic.
My child?
Stop!
Oh, it's
Crazy.
just a
You'll be locked
phase.
up.
Modern
You don't
girls
even
these
know your own
days.
mind.
Please stop!
I'm going
Agnes.
nowhere.
I have had it out
You're
to
a
here
failure
with you
as
and
a
your
woman.
flowers and your bloody
Failure
glad
as
game.
a mother.
Stop it!
Out of
Get
control.
down!
Oh my God! Are you okay?
Is everybody all right?
And God said, "Let the water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the sky." So God created the great creatures of the sea, and every living thing with which the water teems, and that moves about in it, according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day.
Can't sleep either.
No. Thought I might as well get up.
It's a bit weird with this hole in the roof. Like camping indoors. Glad it stopped raining.
I'll make you some hot milk, like when you were little. Would you like that?
Yeah, Mum. That would be nice. It makes you feel so small, doesn't it? The universe. All those billions of stars and we're just one tiny speck. Stellar.
Here you go. Look. There's my Charlie star.
Your what?
That's what I called it. It's actually the pole star. It always shows you where north is. My dad told me about it from his Navy days.
I never knew he was in the Navy.
Yeah, he's a bit of a hero, your pop. He doesn't talk much about it. I remember him showing me the proper constellations when I was little, but mostly we would just muck up our own ones. Look, there's the dancing jellyfish. That was my favourite. And the flying whale. You didn't know they had wings, did you? But the Charlie star. That's the really special one. Because it's the one which will always help you find your way home if you're lost. There was a long time where I thought I'd lose you, so I renamed it. So if you were ever far away from me, you could see that star. And kinda I was out there looking for you, looking at the same star.
Was that because of Dad?
Yes,
Why did you stay with him, Mum?
because I wanted you with me, not somewhere far away, looking at some star in the sky.
I'm sorry I blamed you for Sophie's accident. It wasn't your fault, it was mine. We had this big fight. She'd found that box and thought we should show you. I told her no. That It wasn't fair for Dad to hurt you any more than he already did when he was alive.
How much do you know?
I know a bit. Enough.
I'm sorry.
Things haven't been right with us for a while. I thought I wanted a baby, but when the insemination and all, it takes other couples years to conceive, if at all, and for some reason for us it happened right away and we were just in it, you know? I guess I've just been freaking out, avoiding it all, and when we argued it all just came out. I told her I didn't want the baby.
Is that true?
I just don't want anyone to go through what I went through. I'm so sorry. I know that it was horrible for you, but it was horrible for me too.
I thought I protected you.
You just never told me the truth, Mum. Even now, you're still doing it, like Gran in her glad game. Those pictures in the box, they're not yours, are they?
No, Charlie. They're not mine.
You and Dad were okay before I came along.
Oh, my darling girl, is that what you think? No. We were never okay. I thought we were for a long time. I loved him. I thought he loved me. But when I look back now, there were so many things. Warning signs, I suppose. I know now that they're called red flags.
Mum?
I thought when you loved someone, you should always see the best in them. And when life wasn't what I expected it to be, I just thought it was me wanting too much, chasing some happily ever after that didn't exist. You have to take the rough with the smooth, that's what they say. So I found things to be glad about.
Gran's glad game.
Yes, Gran's glad game. Your dad, he wasn't a nice person. Not ever. And when you came along, I knew what love really felt like. And I realised what he was doing to me, it wasn't love. He exploited that. Yes, he used it against me because he knew I would do anything for you to keep you safe. But what he didn't realise is that you are what made me strong. I was scared when I had you too, you know?
Really?
I was terrified. You were so tiny and fragile. I didn't want to hang on to you in case I broke you. Everybody feels that way at first, Charlie. It's normal. Sophie'll be scared too. But you have each other. Your child will not go through what you went through because she will have you. And you will have me. And we'll break the cycle. You and I.
Stellar.
Stellar.
And God said, "Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, the livestock, the creatures that move along the ground, and the wild animals, each according to its kind." Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness." So God created mankind in his own image. Male and female, he created them. And it was so. God saw all that he had made, and it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day.
What a mess.
There's nothing a spotted dusting won't sort.
Not now.
Yes, Polly?
Not now. I'm not sure it's time for the polish, Mum.
Nonsense. It's always time for a little polish.
But there's all this stuff all over the floor. Shouldn't we clear it first?
Well, what's the point in that, Polly? All the dust will go onto the clean floor then. Look at this lovely furniture. We've got to take care of it, you know. Solid antique pine. We need to feed it, treat it properly. It's been abandoned. It needs some nourishing care.
Oh, all right, Mum. You just do what you think's best.
Do you not think we'd best polish later, once the decorating is finished?
Not you two. What's wrong with you pair? You can never find anything to be glad about. A little polish makes a huge difference. Just smell that beautiful jasmine aroma, like a summer's day.
I'll get on with plaster in the kitchen. Kitchen one next, Polly?
Yes, Dad, thank you.
You just polish, Aggie. Whatever makes you happy, my darling.
He really loves you, doesn't he?
What's that, dear?
Nothing. I was just thinking. Dad really loves you. No matter what you do, he just lets you get on with it, even if he thinks you're daft.
Daft? Pollyanna, don't you speak to your mother like that.
Oh, come on, you're not exactly sensible.
Oh, life's too short to be sensible. It's meant to be lived. Just look at your poor Charles, taken so soon.
Yes.
You must miss him terribly. We all do, of course, but you most of all. Still, at least you have your memories, especially here. So many happy times in this villa.
So many happy times.
Such a special place.
Our special place.
I still don't see why you want to sell it.
Charles, please stop.
Stop? What do you mean, stop?
I don't want to.
Is this a joke? And you ask me why I want other women?
I just don't feel like it tonight. I'm tired.
Polly, can't you just be a proper wife for once? What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Just lie down, be quiet, and do what you're supposed to do.
They weren't all happy times.
Oh, of course not, darling. You take the rough with the smooth. God knows I have my work cut out with your father.
Mum, he's right there.
He can't hear me with that hearing aid of his. Look, Bobby. Bobby! Can you fetch me that other duster? You see? This is what I mean. But you've just got to find something to be glad about. If he's not listening to me, then I can speak as freely as I like. Bobby, you snore too loud, your feet smell, and I hate golf. You see? Complete freedom. And he never has to know.
Don't you think it's better to be honest about what's going on?
It's not dishonest, it's optimistic.
Sometimes it's dishonest.
Oh, I don't know what's got into you, Polly. You've been strange since we moved here. Is it this place? Is it reminding you of what happened?
What happened?
The robbery.
The robbery.
I know it must be hard to come back here. Even after all this time, it must feel frightening for you.
It wasn't a robbery, Mum.
Especially with Charles not being able to protect you anymore.
It wasn't a robbery.
But you just have to get on with it sometimes.
I told you then. It wasn't a robbery.
It doesn't do well to dwell on the past.
Mum. Charlie, what's happening? How's she doing? Oh, goodness. Do you need us to come down? Okay, well, just keep us posted. We're all here for you.
What's happening?
Sophie's having the baby.
She's very good to her friend, isn't she, staying there with her?
This is what I mean, Mum. You can't keep calling Sophie her friend. She's her wife. That baby is your great-grandchild.
Not really, though.
Yes, really.
Oh, I just don't understand this world sometimes.
Maybe you need to try harder.
Okay, maybe I do.
It wasn't a robbery.
It looks worse than I thought. Is it painful?
It's okay.
Here, I'll put some ice on it. You silly girl, you shouldn't make me lose my temper like that.
I know. I'm sorry.
Well, tell people it was a robbery. Nobody needs to know what you made me do. They wouldn't believe you anyway. The police only investigate crimes, not crazy wives. Don't worry. I'll take care of it.
Thank you.
What happened?
I found out he was having an affair when we were on holiday here. He wasn't happy about it. He wasn't happy about a lot of things I did.
I see.
Do you? Because I don't think you do, Mum. I don't think you ever did see. You just closed your eyes and chose not to look.
That's not fair, Polly. You never told me.
But I did, Mum. I tried to. So many times.
You didn't.
Yes, I did. You told me to find something to be glad about.
But I didn't mean... Oh, you must realise I didn't mean...
So that's what I did. Over and over again. Every time he told me I was worthless, I was glad he chose to put up with me. When he said my friends were dishonest, I was glad he protected me. When he made me give up my work that I loved, I was glad that he supported me. And when he told me I was crazy, unhinged, I was glad that he kept me sane. And when he beat me, I was glad he hid my shame. And when he
what?
When he raped me, I was glad when it was over.
I didn't know. I never would have said those things if I did.
You chose not to know, Mum.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's not fair of me to bring this up now. It's all in the past. It's just being here, in the villa. It brings it all back. To be honest, it never really goes away.
I've just never been very good at dealing with things. I thought I was helping you. All marriages have problems. You just have to stick it out, for richer, for poorer, and sickness and in health. Was it really as awful as you say?
Yes.
He did all those things?
Yes. It all sounds so awful. You say it out loud. At the time, I just dealt with it. I did not understand what he did, not until a long time after. Until I got help to work it all through. Until I felt strong enough to leave.
You left him?
Didn't get the chance to. It was Charlie's wedding day.
Her wedding day?
Yeah.
But that's
the day he died.
You never told me.
How could I, Mum?
Oh, Polly, it shouldn't have been like this. I should have helped you somehow. I'm your mum. I'm supposed to keep you safe.
You did, in your own way. In a weird sort of way. It kept me strong.
What did?
Your glad game. I know it doesn't make much sense now. Looking back, of course I should have left, but I couldn't. Not after Charlie was born. I knew he would destroy me, so I had to find a way to stay, to survive, somehow. So I found things to be glad about. Charlie made that easy. She was my reason to be glad, my reason to be strong. Charlie? Oh, that's wonderful news. Are they both doing well? We'll be there as soon as we can. We'll see you soon.
What's the news?
She's had the baby and they're all doing well.
Does she have a name? My great-granddaughter?
They've called her Stella.
Stella? What a beautiful name. We'd better get up there and visit them. Bobby, we need to go to the hospital. Are you all right?
I will be.
We can speak again about this, about what happened, can't we?
I'd like that.
Right then. Good. I'm glad. Bobby! Oh, tell him I'm in the car, will you?
Polly?
Are you all right, Dad?
Yes. That's the wall finished for you now. Just a lick of paint and it'll be good as new. Nobody would ever know what happened here.
Sophie said the baby. We're heading to the hospital to meet her. Come on, Mum's at the car already. Dad? Dad? Are you coming?
Yes, darling. Sorry. I was miles away. I'm here.
Thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array. By the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day, he rested from all his work of creating that he had done.
Hello? Yes, it is. I'm so sorry I've missed your calls this past week. We've been a little tied up. Yes, I have decided I would like to accept that offer. I think it's time we all moved on. I'll get the paperwork to you in the morning once I'm back home. Super. Okay, thanks. Bye now. I was going to leave you that day, Charles, after the wedding. I was going to leave you. But you knew that, didn't you? When I found you, my carefully packed bag had been opened. My freedom, my hope for a better future, you'd rifled through it with your dirty hands, destroyed it like it was worthless. You stole something from me that I didn't even know that I had, and replaced it with something I couldn't explain. I still can't. How can you be afraid of someone that you love? How can you love someone that you're afraid of? But that's just it, isn't it, Charles? It isn't love what we had. It never was. I'm sorry for your loss. That's what they all said, only it wasn't loss because you never left. You're there in every part of my body, my brain, my heart. Sometimes I can't tell the difference between your thoughts and mine, that voice in my head. But now, the difference is now, I can choose not to listen. It wasn't my fault, Charles, what happened to you. What happened to me, none of it was my fault. And I don't give you permission to make me feel this way anymore. I choose not to listen to you. I couldn't leave you then. But I can leave you now.
I thought Sundays were supposed to be rest days.
No such luck, Dad. No one estate agents coming round.
So you've decided then? It's going up for sale?
It's sold. One of Charles's old workmates heard it might be coming up, so she put in a cash offer. Said she'd had some happy memories here.
I think you're doing the right thing. You deserve a fresh start, a chance to be happy. There's no point holding on to things which cause you pain. There comes a point when you have to let it go.
Don't even think about touching that suitcase, Soph. I'm the bag carrier from now on.
Go on then.
Will you all be quiet? My great-granddaughter is sleeping. She needs a good rest if she's coming with me to haul teas tomorrow.
Mum, I'm sure that Sophie and Charlie just want to have some peace at home after all they've been through.
And they can have some, just as soon as I've introduced them to my hall committee. Stella is the first lesbian marriage baby they've ever met. I'll be the talk of the town. I'll need to get a new dress. Bobby, we need to go shopping as soon as we're home. Oh, that damned hearing aid. Tell him, will you, Polly? Stella and I will wait in the car.
I think I liked it better when she called us friends.
Come on then, friend. We'd better rescue Stella before she starts dressing her up like a doll.
Are you all right, Polly?
Yes, Dad, I'm okay. Mum says you have to take her shopping, by the way.
I know. I heard her.
What?
My hearing aid's been fixed for months. I've just not dealt her. It's fine to get some peace and quiet sometimes.
Dad!
I can hear everything, Polly.
Everything?
Yes. I heard you and your mum speaking yesterday.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry, Dad. I didn't mean you to.
I can.
Did you...
No. But I kent something wasn't right. Something about the way he didn't keep eye contact. Wouldn't leave you alone with us. I just thought I was being overprotective. That's what your mum said, that we needed to let you go and live your own life. I'm sorry, Polly. I never should have stopped protecting you. What he did to you, and things that you tell your mother.
Dinna blame yourself, Dad. Please. I was so ashamed. I couldn't speak to you about it. And he used that against me too. Said you'd think that I was a failure. I couldn't bear for you to see me that way. I didn't want to let you down.
Oh, Polly, you could never let me down. I'm so proud of you, you brave, beautiful lass.
That means a lot to me, Dad. Thank you.
I tried to warn you about him in the beginning. In time that he came to dinner.
Did you?
You didn't want to ken.
I didn't mind that.
It's all past now.
Do you ken what? I think it finally is in the past. I never wanted to come back here, but somehow I think I needed to. Thank you for being here with me.
What are you going to do with his ashes?
I'm going to leave them here. Like you said, there's no point holding on to things that cause you pain. There comes a time when you have to let it go. Besides, as I keep being reminded, he loved it here. It makes sense that it's his final resting place. And maybe now I can find some peace too.
It's been lovely meeting you, Robert, and please say goodnight to Agnes for me. Thank you for the lovely hospitality. I'll see you tomorrow, Polly. Don't be late. Always late, this girl, Robert. I don't know how you put up with her.
Bye, Charles. See you tomorrow. So, Dad, what do you think? Isn't he lovely?
I'm not so sure, Polly.
Oh, Dad, come on. He's brilliant. Big fancy job, good family, and he takes care of me. Nobody has ever made me feel so special. Just the other day, about me floors, for no reason at all. And he's promised to take me to Spain, to this beautiful villa. Oh, it's like a dream, Dad. He's amazing.
There's just something off about him. He doesn't look you straight in the eye, and I don't know if I like the way he speaks to you, like you're lording him. I'm just not sure, darling.
Oh, Dad, you're always wanting to see the worst in everybody. There's always something about everyone you can be glad about. You just have to be willing to look for it.
Pollyanna Paradox was written by Stephenie Georgia in collaboration with Shetland survivors of domestic abuse. The play was performed by Islesburgh Drama Group and directed by Stephenie Georgia, with audio production by Jenny Atkinson and Shetland Arts. Polly was played by Lindsay Rendell, Charles by Kevin Briggs, and the voice was Karen Erasmussen. Agnes was played by Leslie, and Bobby by David Smith. Charlie was played by Amber Thompson and Sophie by Lorraine Peterson. If you have been affected by this production and feel you require support, please visit www.shetlandwa.org or www.compasscentre.org.